Hey guys, welcome back to Swan Dynasty for insight all about abundance and prosperity, harmony and love. So make sure you go spread the word. Tell them you were sent from above, okay? Alright guys, we're gonna get into this pick a card. So today what we are asking the question, how are you looked up to by others? Okay, why do people look up to you? So if you want to know more about that, you can make sure you stick around for this video. I hope that you will leave me a comment, share with me your thoughts about how this reading resonates with you. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video if it does resonate, and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, I am going to put up a visual for you guys to see the cards in just a moment, and I just want you to know yeah, so this is about leadership. Everybody has something up within them that they can teach others or to use to guide others to create a structure in their life. So some of us might not even see ourselves as a leader. Some of you might feel like you're too introverted, too reserved to put yourself out there. Many of you may not even realize that there are people that look up to you. So we're gonna have a look and see what the cards have to say on the other hand, okay, from those people's perspective and also from your higher self, and we're gonna get more insight about you as a leader. Okay, so have a look at the cards on the screen now. I have 4 options that you can choose from. Number 1 is the Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, number 2 is the Starseed. It says, what lights you up? Number 3 is the Inner Temple, and it says, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. And number 4 is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Take a moment and pause the video if you need a little bit more time. And we're going to get started with this reading. I'm going to get started with number 1. I will see you. You can scroll down into the timestamps in the description box or in the comment section. And I will see you guys at your reading. Alright, I'm going to get started with pile number 1. Hey pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Alright, I hope you guys are doing good. So you guys chose the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Alright, so right off the bat, first of all, this is telling me that you guys have come to this reading with already a sense of knowing that you have a purpose here. You know that there's something you are meant to bring to this world, and I feel like you guys are very focused on what your destiny is in this lifetime, what your calling is, and that's something that people definitely look up to you for, because you seem to have an awareness that you have a very specific purpose in this world. A lot of people incarnate without knowing anything that they're supposed to be doing here, and also feeling as though they don't even have a purpose, that they are not even that significant in any way or form. But every individual has something unique about them, something that they do have to bring to this world. And what I'm seeing here is that you are a example of the focus that you have towards your calling in this world, whatever it is that you feel called to do, whether that is art, whether that is to teach a school of children, or if that is to fly airplanes and travel and learn different languages, whatever that may be for you. If you are an artist, but you knowing that you have this innate purpose, it shines through you. It shows your passion for what you do. It shows, and it rubs off on people, and people look up to you to like as a guide, as this is how I want to feel about my purpose. I want to know that this is what I'm here to do, and that I'm doing good in this world, and that I'm making a difference. And that's what people immediately envision. That's how people see you, and it triggers this vision for themselves, and also just for a lot of other people to start asking questions for themselves, connect to their higher self, to know more about what it is that they're here to do. And I'm seeing on this card with the golden, I really want to say wings, but I'm not entirely sure, but they're coming to me as wings. So a lot of you guys, but I'm getting this like golden vibe, the energy of gold, which represents gold representing wealth, abundance, and I'm hearing royalty for some of you guys, coming from a royal lineage, whether in this life or a previous one. And yeah, really showering like the blessings of the divine on this world through your gifts. Okay, and I think that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, and so now I'm gonna look at the next two oracle cards that I have. What I also have here is from my dark mirror oracle is blinded to pain. Okay, so what this is telling me is that people, the reason why people look up to you especially is because of how a lot of the time we have a purpose here. A lot of the time our purpose stems from something that we have gone through, something from our own personal experience that we are meant to use as a way to heal others, as a way to transform that into wisdom. And that's something that you guys have done, and that's something that you guys are also constantly doing. Excuse me. What I see here with this blinded to pain is that you guys definitely did not just kind of, you weren't born in this world and never had any kind of sufferings. You guys have been surrounded by so many different like harsh situations. You guys have had so many different wounds towards yourself, but you have taken these experiences as a lesson, as something that you can use to contribute in some way or form. Okay, I believe, I want to say this is the waning crescent, but I think in this oracle deck for some reason the phases of the moon are like, the images are reversed. Okay, so it's to the right, so yeah, it would be the waning crescent. So yeah, in this deck at least, it's kind of confusing, but what I see here, that representing letting go and surrendering. Okay, so this is having to do with like a lot of release, forgiveness, surrendering and letting go, not holding any resentments towards the past, and just like releasing yourself of all of the burdens and the things that you've been through. Okay, so it's like a place of coming to a place of acceptance almost. But this card, I'm pretty sure that this is not the stage of acceptance. I'm pretty sure this is the stage of denial on this card. But what I'm seeing is that you guys have had to really come to terms with the fact that you are here for something bigger. Sometimes we feel like it's not fair that we go through things, and this is how the people that look up to you are feeling as well. With this card, people that see you, this is how they are feeling, but they become inspired by you. A lot of times we can feel like it's not fair that we had to go through so much. Like, what was the point of putting me through all this hardship, and now you want me to give my energy to the world? It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem fair. But it's, once again, for the sake of taking lessons, understanding, having wisdom, so that you can actually, so that we can create a better world. And it's like, that's why there's this energy, this need to surrender, to forgive, to let go, to not hold on to the past, and like, I don't want to necessarily say to not take it personally, because it's more so like, I'm trying to figure out what Spirit's trying to say to me, because it's like, yeah, you just don't want to carry it with yourself forever. Those experiences that you had, it's like, remember them, know that they were once yours, but that they made you wiser, they made you stronger, they made you more beautiful, and offered you a lot more wisdom in this world than most people. And that's true about you. That's what people see in you, and they look up to you for knowing this. They can see how much you've gone within yourself to even have this awareness of this understanding of your own trauma, your own scars, and to be able to love yourself despite what you've been through, and to be able to forgive all the pain that you have gone through, and to have compassion for others who are also experiencing this pain, and wanting to share what you know to help others also going through what you've been through. Wow. That's amazing. Once again, I know that you those of you that watch my channel, I know that there are starseeds and light workers and other elementals and spiritual beings on this channel, and it's just amazing to see the work of spirit, light, and love, and that actually does exist in the few of us that came here with a mission to spread it. And I just think that's amazing. You are amazing, and it is an honor for me to do your reading today, because yeah, this isn't the kind of energy that you see in this world every day, and so you are absolutely needed here. In your next card we have, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, someone's car alarm was going off. Okay, so your next card is this shopping card, and it says pay attention to what energizes you. So the other thing about you is that you focus on what gives you power rather than what brings you down, okay? Because yeah, like I said, you've been through so much, in order to be able to release all of the pain and to not see everything in your life as if you were suffering, you have to focus on actually what energizes you, what brings you that sense of passion, and what just drives you to get out of bed every morning, you know, what makes you feel alive. I feel like okay, this is a message that just came through from Spirit, is that many of you watching this pile, number one, have struggled with, for some of you, gambling, but I want to say like being impulsive, maybe impulsive spending, things like that at some point in your life, and it's understandable, especially as a response to, you know, pain. It's totally normal. I personally like have a tendency to eat a little bit more when I'm stressed out, when I'm going through something, and so like that's a normal thing. But I'm feeling like, you know, what you guys have been through, in order to, like I said, come to the awareness of being able to forgive yourself, to not experience everything as from a place of suffering, is by letting yourself experience the things that really light you up, the things that energize you. But I mean, of course, like I'm getting a couple other messages about how Spirit wants you to know when to balance the amount of energy that you are putting out as well. That way you're also able to save energy, because you don't want to burn yourself out either. I feel like this is something that people look up to you for, because you guys have this awareness. You guys probably know, I mean, like I said, you're human. You may have these tendencies at times, but to be able to come to the place of this high priestess, or sorry, the priestess, well, similar to the high priestess, to be able to come to this place of the priestess, you had to be able to understand the purpose of your energy. That you're not just using your energy to get what you want, right? You're also using it to put out there to the universe, to send good vibes to the world, which is amazing. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of people, the people that look up to you, they also struggle with like gambling, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, impulsive spending, and a lot of times, you know, just trying to fill the void of the pain. And what you teach people is how to not look for those things when we are suffering in order to drown out the noise, but rather to give us life again. Because what I'm hearing is how, you know, when you've been through so much, it takes away from your energy, it takes away from your life. You lose life force energy the more that you hold on to the pain of the past, of trauma, of loss, death, okay? The death of self, okay? Loss of self. And it's normal for humans to try and fill that void with money, food, sex, drugs, things of that nature, right? But then instead of using those things to fill a void, to use it to help you get back onto your feet, to use it to help you remember what it is that invigorates you, that energizes you, that gives you the confidence to use your gifts in this world to shine on this world, to shine on others, to inspire others, to enliven others. Okay. Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. That's absolutely amazing. So now I'm gonna have a look at your tarot cards. Let's see what we have here. So for your tarot, I'm seeing the Justice card in the reverse. Yeah, so with the Justice card in the reverse, so yeah, this is definitely saying like you guys are not someone to mess with. Like I feel like you guys have definitely dealt with people in your life who have really done you dirty. You know, they have deserved some really harsh things that you may have said to them. You guys have you know, a very intimidating personality, especially like even if you don't come off as intimidating all the time. Like people know, the people that know you, they know not to get on that, like your bad side basically, because it's scary. You are not afraid to cut people out of your life. You are not afraid to put them in their place basically. Okay, a lot of times people see, the thing is, see, this is what's coming in from spirit. A lot of times people know when you are this light, when you are the light in this world, people don't like that. They don't want you to be this light. They feel intimidated by your light. I'm not talking about the ones that look up to you. Obviously, this is like your haters coming through, right? And the thing is, like, they try to be like, oh, what are you so happy about? Who gave you permission to be so happy? Why do you think that you have it so good to feel this good about yourself, right? People will look down on you. They'll try to find reasons to dim your light because of this energy, okay? Coming from the perspective of your energies, not your coming from the perspective of your enemies, not your followers, okay, so to speak, because basically your enemies, they're like, you know, the thing is, like, they don't know anything about you. See, that's what I'm saying. They only want to cut you down because they feel intimidated by your light. But you guys cut people out, you cut people down, and you put them in their place because they have no idea what you've been through to be where you are, to be able to do the things that you do. So, you know, in reality, you know, they're really setting themselves up to get, you know, like, I know I wouldn't want you to take this sword out on me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, 1 second, I need some water. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, so your next card is the Moon. Okay, so yeah, this is talking about deep subconscious emotions. Okay, it can also talk about like trauma and withholding information, because yeah, you know, it's like you don't want to be vulnerable, because it's sometimes like we have to keep certain secrets about ourselves to keep ourselves like protected from harm. Sometimes we have to, you know, it's like we shine a little bit of our light. We don't let them see everything beneath the surface, because people like to take advantage of that. People like to use that to their advantage to make, people always try to trigger your most vulnerable, you know, wounds or reactions, so that they can understand how to bring you down. And the reason why people look up to you is because you guys are very intuitive. First of all, you have a very quick mind, you're very intelligent, okay? You guys are not easily fooled by the manipulation of other people. You've seen so much. Despite this, you know, obviously Blinded to Pain is talking about not wanting to acknowledge, and I mean, that's the energy for, like, for the enemies, for your enemies, the enemies of your followers, because people will be like, oh, you know, so unwilling to work through their own stuff. But I feel like you guys have seen so much that, you know, none of this is a surprise to you whenever you come across people like this. But what I'm seeing is that, yeah, because like the people who are looking up to you, they struggle a lot with other people putting them down, making them feel awful about themselves, as if like they, you know, don't even deserve to exist. That sounds extreme, but that's exactly how they feel. And I know like you guys can relate to this, pile number one, because this is something that you have gone through, to be able to come to a place of feeling as though you have something special to offer in this world, that you are a priestess, very intuitive, okay, very wise and compassionate. And people look up to you because of how well you conceal the things that you do not want to reveal. Okay, you don't, it's like you don't have to let anyone see any, like, a side of you, a part of you, something that they could, you know, try and use against you. Like, I'm trying to think of an example, because it's like, for example, one of my things, okay, personally, it's like, okay, actually, I'm trying to think of an example, because it's kind of like, let's say if you were a kid that cried because you went to the store and they were out of your favorite candy, right? But like, that could be something significant for you, because maybe, let's say, for example, okay, let's say you grew up and you were very poor at some point. Maybe you were even starved at some point, something like that. Okay, I'm creating a scenario. Okay, I'm going with it. And the thing is, it's like, oftentimes it's like, let's say that inner child, that vulnerable part of ourselves, sometimes we share certain things with certain people, the wrong information, like oh, I don't eat that candy anymore because it just kind of gives me bad memories, you know. It's like, and then people can use that against you and call you names like, oh, like, are you afraid of this candy, kind of thing. You know, I mean, I'm just kind of not really giving a great example right now, to be honest, but like, what I'm saying is that you guys are really good at not revealing too much information, basically, because people like to use that against you. People look up to you for the strength that you have in that way, okay? So your next tarot card that I have for you guys is the Ten of Wands. So yeah, very strong energy, especially with this, I'm going to say an ox, but I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, probably an ox. But this is about the strength that you have to carry on, you know, with your burdens, your responsibility. Like, it's not even like you don't let things burden you, though. You have, like, the strength to carry on, no matter how hard it gets. And I think that's a very important and significant trait for the Priestess, because, you know, the Priestess has to be able to handle anything that is thrown at her. I feel like you guys come with a very, very powerful devotion to your spirituality, basically. I feel like you guys are guided by your spirituality. You're guided by your intuition, by something telling you that, like, let's say, like, this journey is worth it in the long run at the end of this journey, because you know, it's like following that path that, you know, the universe gave you, that God gave you, and knowing that it's like you knew you would come here with some really big hardships, but for the purpose of accomplishing something bigger. And people look up to you because they know that they start to understand that what they're going through is not all for nothing. It's not just because they were here to suffer, you know, that they can't be a light in this world as well. You give people hope. You give people the reason to keep carrying on despite how hard it gets. Alright, nice, yes. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So first of all, with the energy of the wolf here, or this could be a dog, I really am not entirely sure, but what I'm seeing here from the energy of this animal is a sense of perseverance, loyalty, okay? You guys are very loyal, like I said, and devoted to your spirituality, but I also see this King of Pentacles as, you know, being, I'm hearing a productive leader. Like, you guys actually do the work. You guys actually, many of you guys actually, this could be a wide variety of things. In some way, you guys have already been trying to at least put yourself out there in the form of leadership of some kind. This could be like, I didn't want to say, not community service. That's not even like, I'm having a like slight brain fog today, but give me a second, I will get it right. But I feel like you guys have definitely been productive and actually trying to establish something in this world, okay? That could be like having a platform where you guys actually talk and teach people about the importance of nature or your health or something, because the king always represents leading and guiding others, and creating a foundation, like a structure, regardless if it's like which element it is. But in terms of the pentacles, having to do with what we want out of this world, what we want out of our life, okay? And that could be even like you teaching people about like how to conserve your energy, how to use your energy wisely without like draining yourself or burning yourself out in the long run, okay? So it's like, and even if you guys are not at this point yet, this is where you are headed, okay? The message that just came through from Spirit is that if you feel like you are still like in this Ten of Wands energy, if you guys feel like maybe you don't see yourself as a priestess or as a leader right now, this is the way that you are headed, and this is where your path is leading you, because you guys were meant to be that example for other people, to teach them more about what they are capable of, okay? And that's amazing. So your next tarot card, you have two kings in this pile, okay? So yeah, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, this is hard, okay? Like, let me just tell you, because this King of Cups in the reverse, I was just having this conversation with a friend the other day. Okay, the conversation was something along the lines of how, let's say if I wanted to be a psychologist, right? But let's say I have my own trust issues. I don't trust people. I get like emotionally volatile or something. If I were to work as a therapist, and in that kind of vibration, like, I wouldn't really be healing anyone. I would be hurting them, you know? The King of Cups in the reverse makes me think of the energy of Scorpio, or even Cancer, and even Pisces, of course. Because especially Scorpio though, because I see like this energy of like not trusting anyone and being refusing to let anyone in to actually get to know you, to actually understand the workings of your mind and your heart, okay? And this stems from so much betrayal. It stems from, being taken advantage of, but also like the King of Cups invests his heart and soul into everything he does, genuinely having compassion for those that he is guiding, okay? Wanting to, truly loving the people that he is raising up and nurturing. And so when you betray the King of Cups, it is very, very difficult to get close to him ever again, okay? But what I'm seeing here with this Priestess is that you guys, even if, like I said, you feel like this, that you are not at this level just yet, this is where you are headed, okay? You are headed to be someone that is able to forgive, like I said about the energy of the pain, being able to come from a place of like understanding, especially when it comes to understanding that people are projecting onto you because of their own wounds, because of their own inability to trust and to let others in, okay? And the people that look up to you, they see that they see like, especially because like I'm seeing you guys are not someone to fuck with, but they see that despite how, like, I feel like people who look up to you may also have witnessed something, like someone trying to destroy like your reputation of some kind, people genuinely trying to like just be rude to you for no reason, like people seeing how much of a good person you are, and for some reason they just are so jealous of you or envious that they just want to make, knock you down. And the way that you don't act on those emotions, it shows so much strength. I feel like people look up to you because like you have every right to cut people off forever, to just kind of like completely toss away the title of being a healer in this world and just go live on a private island for the rest of your life, like with your abundance, screw humanity, right? Like people see that you have been just mistreated in so many ways, misjudged even, and when you guys are in alignment with with your, if you, you know, when you are in alignment with your higher self and your destiny and your purpose in this life, as a leader, as a teacher, as a guide, what you teach people, what you teach people is how to love people, even if you have to keep your distance from them, if that makes sense. Being able to love people, being able to forgive, and to not take their judgments, their jealousy personally, you know, especially because, you know, for you, pile number one, you're able to keep yourself protected by not revealing too much, because you understand that people will do whatever they will with whatever information that they can get, right? But I'm saying that you guys are very good at protecting your energy. Even if, like, at some point in your life, man, I'm sure you have really hated some people, is the message that just came through. There's some people that you really just, you know, wished hell on at some point. But I'm seeing that you guys didn't act on those emotions with this king energy, and instead you let it go. You cut people out of your life, and I'm feeling like you don't necessarily, you know how to forgive people, but you don't let people have the chance to come back into your life if they have, you know, ruined their chance, basically. Yeah, so then the last tarot card that I have for this reading is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so in the reverse, this Knight of Cups talks about, like, once again, this is about how you guys have a calling in this world. You feel like it's your calling to share your light, to share your wisdom, okay? But I feel like, yeah, at some point, maybe with this Knight of Cups in the reverse, you may have struggled with making the decision, or even, like, I'm hearing, like, maybe, like, a lot of you guys have struggled with not knowing what to say. Like, how am I supposed to share anything? Like, and also, like, what if the world doesn't receive what I have to say? If that's something that you guys are wondering about, especially, like, in the present while you're watching this reading, as you are evolving, Spirit is saying, like, this is something you just have to trust. Like, you have to just, like, express yourself from your heart, right? And, you know, as long as, like, your intentions are as pure as wanting to do something for the sake of the love that you have for this world, and not from, like, a place of, you know, anger, resentment, or, like, being blinded to your own pain, experiencing life from a place of suffering. You know, if you are able to express the things that you feel, where you have compassion for others in this world, just from your heart, genuinely relating to them where you feel necessary, but, you know, keeping certain things about yourself hidden to keep yourself protected, I feel like, you know, this is going to come natural. It's going to come more naturally to you. You know, this is about you being able to trust that the universe is going to catch you. You know, that this isn't just going to be like you thinking you had a purpose and then you tried to do something about it, but then, like, the whole world ignored you. It's not going to be like that. Like, you're not going to get, you know, it's like you guys were here to share what you know. That's going to get through. People already have seen you, and seen how much love that you actually do have, but they see that you, a lot of the times, you keep it to yourself because you are afraid to give that love away to this world. So yeah, Spirit is asking you now, how are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, so to close out this reading, I have a couple of advice cards from the Sacred Traveler Oracle. So Spirit is asking you to get ready for new horizons and to possibly travel far away. So many of you guys are here to travel, to expand, to visit different parts of this world, is what I'm seeing. I was also kind of seeing that with this Ten of Wands as well, seeing some signs of traveling here, okay? But this is also talking about, you know, new horizons, and this is about you, you know, learning more about yourself and also about life in the world through your travels. And travels doesn't always have to necessarily be like it doesn't have to necessarily be like actually like traveling to, like, state to state, country to country. Sometimes travels can be like through our relationships. When we meet new people, you know, that experience can be like a journey, right? It is a journey, the journey that we have with that person. I'm seeing that you guys are going to start putting yourself out there. Spirit's asking you to get ready to put yourself out into the world and to embrace each experience like a journey. And those of you that do expect to travel or that have the intentions to do so, that is on its way very soon for you, okay? And yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of great experiences, a lot of opportunities for travel, adventure, and expansion, okay? Learning more about yourself and the world around you. So yeah, then we have we have ascending the mountain, keep going forward, okay? So yeah, Spirit is telling you to keep going, like I said. Okay, we have like this double energy. I did not see these cards just yet, but yeah, we have this energy of just traveling, you know, kind of just trusting in the divine plan of the universe, knowing that you are here for something greater, even if you don't necessarily see where you are headed, or those of you that do know where you are headed, and you are just trying to you know, hold on to the faith that you are going to get there. Spirit is telling you to keep going forward because you are almost there. Like, this is talking about almost, like, you are almost to the point where you could see the end results, so to speak. Not necessarily that it's like, you know, Spirit is saying that yeah, you are very close to your desired results and where you want to be at the place that you want to be, so that you can lead other people. For some of you guys, that is like trying to complete a course, going to school, you know, learning a language, things of that nature. Keep going forward. You are going to make it. You are almost there. Get ready for new horizons, because I see travel in your future. Alright guys, so that is your reading. Thank you so much, pile number 1. I do hope it did resonate. If so, please feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I hope that you will subscribe if you are new here, and yeah, I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Starseed card. Alright, what lights you up? So why do people look up to you? First of all, you guys are a Starseed. You probably already knew that. But what I'm seeing here with this card, okay, so this is talking about, this is saying that you guys, for one, have a very special energy. I'm just like, as I'm connecting to your energy, I just feel like so much, I just felt like this wave of love come over me. Like, this is just the energy, like when you are a starseed and you are like your soul vibrates at such a higher dimension. We come down to the 3D and it can be very painful. It can be very difficult to exist in the 3D. But starseeds, especially when you have the awareness of where you come from and you have this understanding of why your eyes light up so much when you learn more about the world and nature and animals and people, it's because you are a source of light and love. Okay, you come from a higher frequency. People can see that in you. They see that you are so unique and that you have something special about you. But just the overall vibe, like the overall energy about how you care, how much you care about humanity, about the earth especially. I'm seeing that your eyes light up when you look at the stars, when you think about spirituality and philosophy. Like, you guys are very esoteric, you're very ethereal. People are fascinated by you. People look up to you because you allow yourself to dream. You allow yourself to believe in mystical things, and that, you know, you have this innate knowing that there's like a spiritual connection to everything. Because you know, for the most part, humans have an experience of thinking that, you know, we are the only ones that exist in the whole universe for the most part. You know, like, hardly anyone in society really takes the time to appreciate all the other humanoids in like our nearby galaxy systems, right? But you, a starseed, you think about this at night, and you probably astral travel when you sleep at night. You probably visit other dimensions. You probably even visit other people in their dreams, and like, you might have people that come up to you every once in a while and be like, I had a dream about you, like you came up in my dream last night and you told me, like, you gave me some really great advice or something like that. I think that's adorable, and I think it's awesome. So yeah, people look up to you, for one, for being so unique, and also for having the open mind that you have about the world, about life in general. without judging anyone or anything. People look up to you for being so non-judgmental as well. That's especially what it is. But I'm saying like you, the love that you have for the earth, it's like this is the energy of someone where your intentions would always, your intentions are always for the purpose of helping this world, helping others. Okay, starseeds, you know, because like, let's see, starseeds can come from all kinds, from all different places. You know, you could be a very reserved starseed who doesn't necessarily trust others easily, but you always question the way that things are. You question things about this world, about how it could be better. You know, why do we have to hate each other, kind of thing. And you could be a starseed that has very strong family values, and a deep connection with children. And you're just the kind of person that when people are around you, they just see so much potential in life. It's like you guys create like almost, just being around you almost creates like this whole other like dimension of like life and existing from a higher vibration. I literally feel like I'm like elevating like off my chair right now. It's kind of cool. That's cool. Alright, so let's see. Pile number 2, why do people look up to you? So I'm going to look at my, so I have a card from the Dark Mirror Oracle, and what this is going to tell me is a little bit more about like the people that are looking up to you, what their fears are, and why it relates to this starseed. Okay, interesting. So we have this card. It says naked before the stars. Not nice. Okay, so I was mentioning the stars. I'm seeing various constellations on this one. Excuse me. So yeah, this is beautiful. This is talking about, this is the card that lets yourself be seen. Oh, that's amazing. Like, I just have to say, because I just talked about how like your energy is that of like being open to like all of the universe, like all like our neighboring galaxies. I feel like you guys take time in the day and you're just like, I wonder what the people on Sirius B are doing right now. Like, are they having fun? Are they like having a pool party or something? Like, you guys are just so open. Excuse me. You guys are so open to the possibilities of this universe that it just, I don't like, and I can't even like put up like, there's probably not even an English word for what I'm trying to do to describe right now. Because it's like, I feel like you guys, there might be, and I'm just dumb and I don't know what it is, but like, you guys, your energy is just like, it's just so lovely to be around. It's just beautiful. It's peaceful. This is talking about like being naked before the stars, meaning like, it's kind of like, okay, hold on, hear me out for a second. It's like, it's like knowing that the universe can see into you. Like, they see you, like your mind, your heart, your soul, your body, your insecurities, how you feel. Like, you can't hide anything at this point. Okay, this is about being completely, totally vulnerable, naked to the universe and being seen. Okay, this is just it's an interesting, okay, so like I'm seeing like this is talking about you guys having that self-acceptance. Okay, I don't know why it was hard for me to say that, but like, yeah. Self-acceptance. Okay, I feel like it's more than that. Obviously it's way more than that, because it's also how you guys have woken up to the fact that you are like a star being. Okay, that you're not alone in this universe. And the reason why people look up to you for this is that like the people that look up to you are people who feel very insecure about themselves. Okay, so these are the people that look up to you. They have their own insecurities about themselves. Like, these are people that really feel like for one, they are different. They stand out from the people around them. They don't necessarily fit into their community the way that they would like, and they feel very different. They feel very alone in the universe sometimes. they feel very uncomfortable with themselves, okay? And one thing that I have, a theme that I have been noticing in these readings so far, as in with the first pile as well. So we have the energy of your followers coming through, but then we also have some energy of your haters. So I'm going to explain a little bit of both and why it's significant. It, also plays a huge role in how you are a leader in this world, okay? So, yeah. People look up to you because they see that, obviously, you were not always so comfortable with yourself. Maybe at some point in your life, you felt like you were the ugliest, most hideous person thing on this planet. You might have been very harsh towards yourself at some point. Maybe even hated yourself for how you view the world. Maybe even felt like you were stupid or just like delusional for having these kinds of imaginations, right? A lot of reasons to feel insecure about yourself because of the pressures of the world, and even like having to fit into society's standards of beauty. I feel like maybe you guys had to learn to come to appreciate, let's say you grow up in a community that has mostly blonde hair, but you're like one of the very few redheads, right? And people would pick on you for that because you were different, or even like say your hair's curly, and you felt like the only way to be beautiful would be if your hair was straight, and you'd had to learn to come to the place of learning to love your hair for what it is, and then like the beauty that it is, and that was given to you. And I feel like the love that you have learned to allow yourself to feel, okay, has given you it opens up your ability to travel through different portals to connect to different parts of the universe, like you tapping into that energy of just unconditional love, self-love, and love for this universe. It connects you with everything, and it's like that connection to everything basically, like, it gives you access to anything you want in this life. And I think that's the energy of this Starseed card, because I'm seeing with this vibration of what lights you up, like I'm getting this vibration, this energy and vibration that you guys are able to get a lot out of life. Like you guys, I'm not saying that like you were born with a silver spoon or anything like that. Like I'm not saying that at all, because I'm saying this is more so about like you having like this, your own passion and desire for anything in this world. Like you guys, you imagine, and you're just like, I just really want to get on a plane and travel to Japan, in like the next 10 years, and I'm gonna do it. As soon as I graduate college, I'm going to Japan. It's like that kind of thing. A lot of people don't have that kind of courage. A lot of people don't love themselves enough to even let themselves have those experiences that they've always dreamt of. Excuse me. And people look up to you because they admire the amount of love that you have for yourself, but also because you have to have love for like Japan to want to go there also. Like you guys have love for everything. You were so open. But like I said, this wasn't something that was always easy for you, because I feel like you guys have had a lot of insecurities of your own that you had to come to face, to feel, you had to learn to be like proud of yourself, to be comfortable in yourself regardless of what anyone else thought about you. Yeah. Excuse me. But as far as like the energy of the enemy that I was picking up on with this Naked Before the Stars, I feel like your enemies, on the other hand, like the people that try to dim your light, are the people that so this is how it works basically. So the people that look up to you, okay, they also have insecurities about themselves. They are not yet at this energy where they feel like this lighthearted side of themselves really matters. They feel like they're just not good enough. But then there are also people, right, the vampires and the people that also feel bad and insecure about themselves, but they project that, right? They project that onto you and to other people. They try to make you feel like you have no reason to dream about the world as if it was like some magical fairy tale. Like people would view you as like naive and gullible and things of that nature, okay? And I feel like the people that look up to you, they also have had these experiences, okay? The reason they look up to you is because you have learned to surrender that and to, you know, love yourself, right? And to continue shining your light, despite how people try to put you down and to make you feel about yourself, okay? Like, you guys have a very beautiful light. Alright, so the next oracle card that I have for you guys, we have the departed loved ones. You are loved more than you'll ever know. Yeah, I feel that so much. I feel like you guys, pile number 2, you guys are starseeds that have awoken to your ability to connect to everyone and everything. That also includes other places in this universe where there is life, okay? We are not alone. We are not the only ones in existence, okay? And I feel like you guys know this. You have been connected since the beginning. I'm hearing since you were a baby, you know, when you were still like a newborn, an infant, and you could see your guides, you could see your ancestors, you could see other star beings that have traveled here with you. I feel like you guys, you used to, like, as a baby, I feel like, because there's such an innocence of this pile. There's such an innocence in this pile, and I feel like pile number 2, you have, so like I said just a second ago, just like you have this nature where you could like think to yourself, I wonder how they're doing over on Sirius, right? They're probably thinking of the same thing. Like, these are the people, like, you guys are the starseeds where like okay, yeah, there's gonna be people, like, let's say let's just say there's someone like to the side of me right now and they're hearing me talk about this. They'll be like, what the heck, like, you are so like no, that's not real, get out of your head, right? But no, I actually genuinely see like you communicating with like family from different star systems, from different galaxies and parts of the universe. You thinking about how they're doing. They literally just said the same thing, wondering how you're doing right now, what you're up to, and hoping that you're happy. Like, they love you so much. Like, this is the kind of connection that you guys have with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your soul tribe, and your star family, okay? And I think that's really incredible. A lot of people are not able to let themselves believe in the possibilities that there is just so much more in this universe, and you guys have such an open mind. You guys have such an open heart as well, and like a creative spirit, and in order to let yourself know that you are not delusional, you had to let yourself be loved. I feel like you guys had to be humiliated at some point in your life. I'm saying, like, yeah, you may have been humiliated in some way or form in regard to this. In regards to this starseed card, like I said, I feel like you guys were made to feel as though you were probably just naive, gullible, and delusional. People tried to make you feel that way about yourself, and you know, you really had to doubt, like, you guys really doubted whether there was really anything else in this world. Like, you were kind of like, at some point in your life, like, God, are you even there? Like, if you're there, then why the hell are you letting this happen to me? Like, you know, like, how do I know any of this is real? Like, am I real? I feel like you guys actually, like, genuinely had to ask those questions at some point. And when you surrendered and you let yourself be seen and you no longer judge yourself, you were able to connect with, like this was just like, I don't even know, I just feel like you guys, like, your third eye opened. Like, you were able, not even your third eye, like your crown chakra, because like that crown chakra is what connects you to everything. I haven't even gotten into your tarot yet, but come on. I think that's freaking amazing. Like, people look up to you for how you let yourself go through, like, that death and rebirth, that transformation, to see things clearly, to let yourself stay connected to all of life in this universe, and to be able to have, like, the open mind and heart that you do have, despite all the shit people like to talk, right? So for your tarot, I have the Ten of Cups. Oh, how beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you guys are definitely dreamers. You guys might even dream of having, like, you know, maybe, I don't know if you are married right now, you may be, okay? Many of you guys are already in a committed, happy relationship with someone. Some of you guys already have children as well. But what I'm seeing here is that in general, you guys have so much love to give. Like, I feel like you guys may have, when you were younger, always dreamt about getting married and having a family, you know, buying your own house, things like that. There's a fly in here, sorry. And I feel like you know, this like spirit that you have, because it's like, see, the thing is, like, something that I come across a lot, like, especially because it's like these days a lot of adults, especially if they have not yet found their special someone, their spouse, they start to really stop believing in love, and they start to say things like, oh yeah, I don't really care about marriage, I'm like, I don't want any kids, like, I just know I can't handle that kind of thing, you know. But I feel like many of you guys who chose pile number 2, you know, whether that is you adopting children, having some of your own, or like having, you know, working with children in some way, this is you having always had that spirit of really just dreaming of, you know, that life, to be able to share your time with someone, and not only just dreaming about it. I feel like you guys like, when you are with other people, you show them the utmost kindness of your heart, like, you give them everything. I feel like you genuinely give your all in your relationships. You love people wholeheartedly and unconditionally. You don't love people for the idea of them. I'm seeing this as you genuinely understanding other people and seeing their true potential, loving them for who they are. Yeah, the way that you are able to love people, you know, that's very beautiful. People look up to you because it's like, you know, in order to even like feel confident enough to like raise a family, for one, it's like you have to be able to love yourself to give that love to someone else, like not only a spouse but like your children, because your children, first of all, are going to have this innocent energy of being fascinated by everything in this world. And the thing is, it's like today, like, the world tries to make us think that as we get older that we can't think that way anymore, as if, you know, it never was important, it never had any significance, and that by continuing to live that way you will only suffer or something in the long run. But the reality is that by letting yourself dream, that's how you are able to connect with everything, to be able to attract all of the abundance that you want for yourself in this life. So that's incredible. Ooh. Okay, so your next card, we have the 3 of Swords. Okay, so don't forget, we got this. Let me explain. Why do people look up to you with this 3 of Swords? Okay, the amount of love that I see that you guys have in your heart for other people, the amount of love that you have in this world to give to other people, to your children, is because of the amount of pain that you have felt. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this world has tried to make you feel like you were just like a delusional daydreamer, that like you can never have this, like happily ever afters don't exist. Like the world tried to make you believe that you can't have love. Like that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, how is someone going to try and say that love doesn't exist, you know? And I feel like you guys have just really had to take a lot of really painful things to heart throughout your life. And people understand, like people see that, you know, because of this hardship, like you were able to give your all, because you don't get caught up by feelings of like, see, the message that, like, Spirit is asking me to say this right now. In relationships, a lot of times today in our relationships, people can't get along because they are intimidated by the other person's creativity. There's like this, you know, people get intimidated by, like, these days a lot of people in relationships are not getting involved because they, like, not only are they intimidated, but they get triggered. They're afraid to embrace their other person's imagination. They start to feel like it's a threat to what they have built, what they were taught, and and all of that is stemming from a place of fear. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of not understanding. It's like, because of the disconnection to the heart chakra, but also the root chakra, the crown chakra. I'm getting a lot. Okay, probably all of them just now. But people look up to you because I'm just hearing like I just get this image of you sewing up your own heart right now. Like with this Three of Swords, I know there's like different like threads within the heart. Like the heart's been sewn up several times. And yeah, like several times. I feel like you guys especially had to hear things like being delusional or unrealistic, too much of a dreamer or something. Like not once, but like several times. And I'm seeing you guys having had to like to sew up those wounds, to like the fact that you guys can still love to this depth, to this extent, so unconditionally, so beautifully. Like you guys are just true lovers. And the fact that you're able to love despite all of that hardship, all of that heartbreak that you've been through, like people look up to you because they're just like, wow, you are beautiful. No matter what you have been through, no matter what scars you may have, you are beautiful. People see that as like the ultimate beauty. Okay, right now, that's it's amazing. Like I just felt like so much love. Like as I started this reading, I just felt like I said in the beginning, I just felt like a wave of love, just unconditional love. I'm serious. This is just a rare energy, okay? And people look up to you because like you were so freaking beautiful. Like you have such a big heart, okay? And I think that many of you guys needed to be reminded of that today, because yeah, I feel like even like this reading, I'm feeling like some recent heartbreak even, like it's like this isn't something that happened to you a few times when you were younger. I feel like it's a theme, and that you guys have you let yourself, you have had to heal yourself. But I feel like what also especially helps you is the fact, like you guys were, because of the fact that you were able to surrender to the connection of the stars. You have the love of like literally the freaking universe. I feel like you guys have the love of the whole universe, like just because of your connection, like your openness, okay? That even when you go through this heartbreak, the strength, the reason like you were able to love is because you let yourself be loved, okay? You don't let anyone tell you that love doesn't exist anymore. You don't let anyone try and fool you into believing that love doesn't exist in this world in general, for yourself, for others, children, animals, whatever it may be, okay? Dang, I'm getting some really fierce energy, okay? Go ahead and protect that. Like I love that. I think this world needs more of this energy. We definitely need more love in this world. So sorry. Your next tarot card, we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, this is hard. I'm feeling like, yeah, definitely, I feel like a lot of you guys recently, like I said, I feel like this is something you've gone through several times in your life, where you've had to walk away from connections. But this is like, even if, let's say, it was your family, because it can represent, like, especially like when you were younger, the family that you were born into, that you were raised into, you were made to feel powerless in terms of like what you could connect to, what was possible, because the water element does connect us with our intuition and our imagination, right? That dreamy energy. But the number 8 is ruled by Saturn, representing restrictions, okay? Kind of like there being a limit to how much you can use your imagination, what you are allowed to dream for yourself in this world. And I'm feeling like it took a lot of strength and a lot of time for you to like to walk away from old ways of believing, old ways of thinking about like the future, about, you know, what could potentially make you happy in life. And because you had to leave behind karmic relationships, you know, toxic family members, you had to really choose for yourself to want more, to want a better life, to want a better reality. And that's just not easy, okay? Whew, yeah, here we go. We have the Tower card in the reverse, okay? So yeah, the Tower does have to do with breaking down, you know, our foundations, the way that we see things, the way that we see ourselves in the world, okay? It's like, you know, we thought we once understood things and we had to completely change our whole perspective about things. Many of you guys might have even been brought up in a religious household, okay? That's very possible. So the Tower card in the reverse, I feel like, see, one message just came through. Sometimes we get that clarity and awareness of something that needs to change, something that we need to let go of, and even when we know we need to let go, we still hold on, we cling to it, okay? I feel like, yeah, I feel like I've done that. I feel like many of us have done that, and sometimes we get a bad result out of it. It's kind of like saying, the building's on fire, you need to get out, and you're just like, you know, 5 more minutes. I don't know, but and then you get like, I don't know, there's like an explosion in the next room and now you can't get out, you know? I just feel like it's that kind of energy where I feel like the people that look up to you, they look up to you because they like you are able to relate to them in that way. I'm sure that, let's say a relationship, okay, it could even be like a specific relationship, maybe let's say you gave everything to, and you tried to make it work, and you knew it was going to fall apart at some point, you knew you had to walk away at some point, that was just all you could do, despite how much love you had to give. But in order to serve yourself and your highest good, you had to choose yourself at the end of the day. People look up to you because, especially like right now, the people that are looking up to you, like they currently still struggle with this. It might still be like a habit or something they go through, but and I'm seeing like a lot of you guys watching this, palm number 2, might also have recently struggled with this as well. And you know, we're all human, no one is perfect, but I feel like as you evolve and become more in alignment with your higher self and your destiny, your purpose in this world, the more that you will recognize this pattern of clinging onto old beliefs instead of letting them go. Okay, that's where you're headed. Okay, you are learning to recognize it and understand that it comes from a place of attachment, coming from a place of fear, of not understanding or seeing things clearly, is what I'm saying. Okay, but I feel like you guys do see things clearly, and you understand how to love yourself. I think that's especially the message. Like, you guys have so much love for yourself that you will walk away from things that don't serve you. Okay. Just as I said that, we pulled up the Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, here we go, talking about cutting people out of your life, but also like keeping yourself protected. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse can, you know, in my opinion, because when she's in the upright, yeah, you know, she's got a strong, she's really strong, she's very intelligent, and she understands, you know, she doesn't have to let anyone get close to her if she feels like, you know, that it's not worth it. I feel like she's very smart and discerning. She doesn't just kind of, you know, give her heart away to just anyone. She takes time to really understand what it is that she wants for herself. Okay. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, the reason why people look up to you is because you know what it's like to have had decisions made for you at some point in your life. You know, it's kind of like being in that submissive role, being kind of forced in a submissive role, not being allowed to make decisions for yourself, not being allowed to have a way of, like, your own way of thinking, you know, your own beliefs, your own thoughts. And this is a really powerful reading. I feel like you guys have had to go through that, and I'm so sorry. You know, that's like really, that's seriously psychological abuse, and I feel like maybe you guys have gone through that throughout your life. You know, the reason why people look up to you is because they can see, like, as you guys evolve, like I said, and have like that stronger bond with this, with your higher self, your spirit guides, your soul tribe. Okay, this is saying that as you have gotten to this place, because you, I feel like you guys are already there. For most of you watching this, you understand what I'm trying to say. But it's like, you no longer let anyone try to tell you what to think. You no longer let anyone try to have that like control over your mind. Like it's your mind. Like, how is anyone gonna try and tell you how to think or what's real for you? Like, you know. And people look up to you because you guys are very strong now, and are able to speak for yourself and to not let anyone fool you into believing anything or forcing you into thinking about certain things or expressing yourself a certain way. This is you choosing to think for yourself. People look up to you because you are such a free spirit, and that you are also really blunt and you are not afraid to speak your mind. Okay, nice. All right, and then your final tarot card before we get into your advice, you have the Hierophant. Beautiful. Yeah, this is about you. You know, you guys are here on a very, very, very spiritual journey. I feel like this is just like, you guys are old souls, but like, I feel like this, it's just like your journey has not been easy whatsoever, but it's like, yeah, you have maintained like this vibration of love and light that this world needs. Like, I feel like you guys, like, this Hierophant represents you know, moving up, evolving, gaining more spiritual awareness. You guys are so spiritual. You guys are also like super psychic. Like, you're so intuitive. Like I said, like, I feel like you guys you travel in your dreams. Like, at night you probably have even visited like Sirius or Andromeda and you know, like the Pleiades or something. Like, you guys, like, you guys have this ability to connect with spirit. Like, I feel like at night in your dream time, you can just like kind of say, all right, I'm saying goodbye Earth, I'm going to go visit my auntie in the Andromeda constellation tonight. I don't want to think about earthly things right now. I'm just gonna go. That's the kind of vibe I get. Like, I feel like you guys are just so connected. Like I just feel like yeah, you have your soul family, like your spiritual family, like even in different parts of the universe, different galaxies. Like, you guys have evolved so much in this lifetime, and I'm just hearing from spirit that they are going to bless you for many of you with a marriage. Okay, especially if that is what you have been manifesting. Okay, people are looking up to you because, especially because like the people that do look up to you, they also want love. They want to be loved. They want to be seen for who they are. They want to be adored, appreciated. They want to be valued. Okay. Aw, that's incredible. You guys are awesome. Oh. Really hope you'll stay on my channel. Your energy is fabulous. We need you in this world. Okay, so to close out your reading and with your advice, I have two sorry, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have two Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. I'm getting like super tongue twisted tonight, but it's fine. We're gonna get through it. So your advice from Spirit is the Mystic Healer, and it says healing energy flows through you. So like, this is like saying you don't even have to do anything just by your existence. Okay, I feel like you guys are healers, but your energy heals people. Okay, continue being this energy, you know, of the Starseed, of you know, the curiosity that you have of the stars, universe, life. Okay, maintain that, because that energy that keeps you strong, that keeps you found strongly rooted, like in that foundation. It's like that energy of love that you're able to have, that open-minded spirit. you are healing other people, okay? Keeping in that energy of speaking up for yourself, thinking for yourself, not letting anyone have control over your mind and what you believe in, what you know to be real, what you know to be possible. This is what's helping to heal this planet and also other people, okay? That's really significant. Spirit definitely wants you to know that. If you were ever wondering if you were actually making an impact in this world, you definitely are, okay? You are incredible. Oh my goodness. Your final oracle card for this reading, we have Wonders Universe, Walk in Beauty. This is just incredible because I was just talking about, like, we were talking about the universe this whole reading. Like, this is you guys are, like, you guys have this love. Like, Spirit is telling you to, like, continue, keep this love that you have, this you know, the passion that you have for the universe. Hold on to this because it is something that is so beautiful. Like I said, like, your followers find you to be so freaking beautiful. You are so beautiful. The love that you have for yourself is so beautiful, okay? And the love that you have for the universe is also so beautiful. Like, this is just all of the beauty. It's kind of like, I feel like I just have the image of the whole night sky. You know how, like, depending on where you are, like, there's lights, street lights on at night, then it's like you can see some stars but you can't see all of them. But I just, like, had this vision of being in an open night sky where there was, like, no other lights, you know, on the ground, where you could just see everything. You could see, like, the Milky Way. You could see like other galaxies, like, that are nearby, because we do have, like, some really close other galaxies. I mean, come on, I'm so curious about this stuff. We gotta talk about it, okay? And I feel like I just had that vision of, like, that's you. Like, you are just so beautiful. Like, people look at you and that's what they see. They just see the whole night sky. Like, they see all the stars, all the lights, all the different colors, yellow, blue, green. Like, it's just beautiful. You guys are beautiful. Alright, pile number 2. Thank you so much for letting me do your reading. I really hope this did resonate. If so, please leave me a comment. Please let me know your thoughts on this reading. I really would love to get to know you. And yeah, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye! Hello to everyone who chose pile number 3. This is going to be your reading. So you guys chose the Inner Temple, okay? And it says, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Alright guys, so what is this talking about? This is, yeah. So what am I... Why do people look up to you? People look up to you because you guys have a very powerful connection with yourself, with your heart, your feelings, what is important to you, your values, okay? I feel like that is what this is saying. Okay, I feel like you guys have a way of always going back to yourself, okay? Going back to, you know, it's like if you needed to understand anything, I feel like you guys have, it's reminding me of the High Priestess in the Tarot in the sense of, like, having that connection to the wisdom through the, like, the access of your soul. Like, you guys have the way of connecting to yourself, like, yeah. So why do people look up to you? I'm seeing that the reason why people look up to you definitely has to do with, yeah, your devotion to yourself. Like, you guys have very strong values, very strong beliefs. Like, I feel like you have been very devoted to something for a very long time. That could be like it doesn't have to be like a religion kind of belief system. I'm talking more so something for yourself. Like, let's say you have devoted yourself to living as a vegetarian, right, your whole life, or even like having to give up something, but being devoted to it because it is important to you for those personal reasons. You know, I feel like even when there's like a lot of like I'm hearing temptations, challenges around you, things that are trying to tempt you into doing things that you wouldn't normally do. I feel like you guys have a very moral system. That's what it is. Like, you guys are very, you have a very strong integrity. People look up to you for this reason. Like, you guys probably hold yourselves to really high standards. You might hold yourself to some high extremes. Maybe you've been a perfectionist throughout your life at some point. But I mean, aside from that, I feel like it's still because like I still feel like you guys have like a really strong devotion to what is important to you. I just feel like you rarely ever get swayed into doing something that you would never do. Like you would never just kind of go. You try your hardest to never go back on your word about things. Like if you say you were going to live a certain way, if you're going to invest in something for the long term, like you were going to do it. Like you were going to invest in that thing. Excuse me. Like I feel like you guys are going to give it your all, and to see tangible results in the end. Okay, a lot of like earthy energy coming in right now. I am like full of water in my chart, so I just anyways, yeah, so the reason why people look up to you has a lot to do with this, like your integrity, your ability to like commit to the things that you say you were going to do. Okay, and also like your morals, the things that like you hold yourself accountable for. You guys are very responsible. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna have a look, okay, at so I have a card from the the Dark Mirror Oracle. So what this is going to talk to me about is like the fears that people have, the reason why people look up to you, right? We want to understand like what it is that they are looking for, what they are struggling with, and also like how you can relate to them. Okay, so we have Queen of My World, and I just heard revenge like immediately in my head. Okay, so this card, it talks about okay, yeah, intense vibes coming through. I feel like you guys really have been messed with a lot. Like I feel like maybe people have tried to mess with you, okay, but I feel like this Queen of My World, she basically represents like her own world. Like she decides what she believes. If she decides what where she lives. Like she decides everything for herself. No one can try and make her believe anything. No one can make her try and think, feel, do, say, believe. And I feel like there's been a lot of people. You've come across a lot of people that have tried to take, like, I just heard take from you, but I'm feeling like also like to try and make you kind of like step off your throne, basically, because some people think that you're too good. Some people think that you have it all, or whatever, right? People are probably saying that about you or behind your back even. Maybe you already know this. You already know who these people are. You already know who these people were. And this is something that has made you very strong because you stay devoted to yourself. Like you don't let people like get like, especially when it comes to your goals. Like I'm getting Jaishta energy, which is like the 16 degrees of Scorpio to the rest of Scorpio, because it represents the eldest. It represents the one that has like it represents the one that has like the most experience in a sense. Someone that is like really wealthy. People get jealous, right? I feel like this is not like, I'm not saying you guys were like that, you guys how much money you have. I'm not saying anything like that. Like people definitely have been jealous of you, but I'm feeling like it's more so because of like your hard work. Like you guys have been very like you are hard workers. Like you've put in so much work and dedication into like anything that you do, anything that you have. Like it's not like it came easy to you. It's not like anything in your life has come easy, and people try to make you feel bad about yourself as if you feel like you're better than others, basically. And I feel like other people are struggling with this. Like I think that the people that look up to you, the reason why people look up to you is because you are able to continue focusing on what you want in your life, and not acting on maybe some of the more not acting on more of like the violent urges that we have sometimes towards people because they piss us off, right? I feel like you know what I'm talking about. You understand that feeling. Like you just sometimes you really just get so close to just losing it and going off on people. And I feel like the people that look up to you, they look up to you because of the fact like I said, you keep wearing your crown. You don't take it off for anybody, okay? and you also don't stoop to like any low level of like trying to get people back and things like that. Like I feel like maybe it has crossed your mind. I'm sure you are fully capable of it. I feel like if you really wanted to, you could easily destroy someone right now. You know, it's like that energy, but I feel like you don't, because you have your own crown and you're the queen of your world, and you don't have to let anybody in it. Oh, sorry, I have like such a dry throat. Let me drink some water really fast. But yeah, I feel like you guys keep wearing your crown. You don't let anyone knock you off your throne. I mean, you know, people try, and I feel like the reason why people look up to you is because, like, I feel like a lot of people, the people that are looking up to you, they struggle at times with knowing that they don't have to give their power away to anyone. Like they can be the ruler of their own world, basically. And you show people that, like, you are an example of being a ruler of your own world. Because I feel like maybe even when you were younger, you were a little bit more of like a pushover. Maybe you were a little bit more easily intimidated by people, you know, trying to tell you how to think, feel, and whatever else, you know, XYZ. And I feel like you have grown so much into this queen version of yourself that has created you, like, over the course of your life, like, you have created your own sacred space, your own world for yourself, and you have kept it clean, you have kept it organized. Like, I feel like you guys have been so, like, you've done your daily spiritual practices, you know, you've been so devoted to yourself in your world that no one can really come near you unless you let them. And this is what you teach people. You give people like this clearer sense of their own selves, of knowing that they also can have better control over their own world and not let other people kind of get in and try and change it to how they want it to be, basically. So yeah. So yeah, the next oracle card that I have here is this card. Yeah, and it says, get into the driver's seat of your life. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing, definitely. You know, we were just talking about it. I have not seen these cards yet, I swear. But yeah, like, this is about you. Like, you guys have this intense focus on what you want in life. Like, you guys have this like really intense focus on what you want out of life, and you know how to create the pathway to get there. Like, I feel like you guys are very diligent. Like I said, I see that you guys are really hardworking. And also, like, you have like this determination to get what you want. Like, if you want something, like, you're gonna go for it. You're gonna find a way to get there by any means. Okay. And that's the thing too, because as I mentioned in the other piles, you know, we're gonna have, like, in this reading, so we have the energy of the people that are following you, the people that look up to you, right? But then, like, also I'm going to also reflect the energy of the enemy, of your enemies that come through in this reading. So like I said, right, the people that look up to you, these are the people, like I said, they struggle with knowing that they don't have to give their power away, right? The thing is that we have enemies, the people that know how devoted you are. Okay, people who know how devoted you are, like, they try to disrupt that. People try to disrupt your focus. They try to kind of make you look like a contradiction, like a walking contradiction to yourself. Like, they want to make you blow up. They want to make you do something you wouldn't normally do, just so that you get thrown off track, going in the wrong direction for yourself. But I feel like you guys stay focused. Like, I feel like with this card, you guys stay focused on your path. Like, you stay in your lane. You guys are like amazing drivers also, FYI. But I feel like you know, people definitely have been trying to get you to deter and to, you know, go certain ways in life that you wouldn't want to go originally. But I feel like you guys are very strong. Like I said, like at the beginning, I feel like, you know, you're not someone to mess with, but people have really tried to mess with you. Excuse me. But yeah, and like I said, with this queen, queen of my world, I almost said queen of swords. I mean, very similar, but she's got a spear in her hand. Okay, so sorry. What I see, like, basically what I was going to say is how the people that look up to you, they want to be able to stay focused, because I feel like these are the people that maybe have, you know, had the wrong kind of friends in their life. They basically have, you know, kind of gotten lost, like not focused on their career, like they literally don't even know like what the heck they want for themselves in their life. Like they don't know where they're going, because they struggle with you know, the energies of people around them and making them feel like they're just not good enough or worthy of good things in life. So it's really significant that you have this ability to tune into like the portal of your heart. Like I said, like you guys are very connected to your soul, and you have such a strong, like you guys have so much integrity. Like you hold yourself to like really high standards, but it's because you know, like you know how important it is to stay focused and to not get thrown off because of the drama and the bullshit of like everyone else around you. Like you understand how like significant that is, which is what gives you this power, this ability to stay focused, but also to achieve anything that you want. Like I said, when you want something, you go after it. Like I feel like you guys will find a way to make something happen, like by all means. So that's incredible. So yeah, now I'm gonna have a look at your tarot cards. So yeah, your first tarot card is the Ace of Swords. So the reason why people look up to you because you are so smart. First of all, like you're really smart. Like you guys are super intelligent, but what I'm seeing with this Ace of Wands is like you guys have a really quick mind. I know that oftentimes we call the Knight of Swords as having a quick mind. Yes, in a way. Like I feel like the Knight of Swords is more like constantly like having something to say. Also like just kind of like speaking without like thinking about it, you know, like taking action on certain thoughts without creating like a plan. Or I mean, actually I feel like that's a contradictory. I don't know what the Knight of Swords is coming in my head right now, but the Ace of Swords has to do, like this to me is like saying like you guys have a quick mind in the sense that like let's say like there was an obstacle, like let's say you're trying to go somewhere, you're trying to get somewhere, there's something that gets in the way, someone's trying to block your path and all that shit. Like you're going to just be like, you know what, actually I know another way, I'm just gonna go over there and just like completely ignore you. Like I feel like you guys, like you are able to think of solutions very quickly, and and like I said, like I feel like if you guys want something, but it's like you guys are able to envision it. Like it's like even if you haven't like gotten into the car yet, you haven't even turned on the car and started heading in that direction, you're able to be like, I want to get from A to Z or whatever, A to B, and it's going to be like you're able to kind of like decipher like how long it's going to take to get there. You're able to be like, what do I need to know? Like how much money do I need to carry with me along the way? Like you guys are able to figure that out so fast. I feel like this yeah, I was picking up on the Jayashta energy. Like this definitely makes a lot of people jealous of you. Like this, like I said, people try to say that you have it all figured out, like you have everything together, like your life is easy. Okay, bullshit. But yeah, you guys are very quick-minded and able to figure things out super fast, and people look up to you because of your ability to think clearly, and to foresee the future, and to understand like what it takes realistically for you to achieve a goal. Ooh. Your next tarot card is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. So the Ten of Pentacles does have to do with having like a family, a home. Some of you guys may have like a family of your own, like as in like your own spouse and children, or this could just represent your immediate family, like your parents, your aunts and uncles, cousins, siblings, and things like that. So excuse me. So what I'm seeing here with this Ten of Pentacles, the reason why people look up to you especially is that you guys like provide a stable foundation. I feel like even if you don't have a family right now, like let's say you're single watching this and you're just like, I'm not even married, I don't even think about kids right now. I feel like one day, for some of you at least watching this pile, will have a family one day, and people look up to you because they understand like you would be the ideal kind of parent, the ideal kind of spouse, or someone to actually like build a home with, to like like you guys would keep a clean house, you would you know, really stay on top of your bills and things, and meet everyone's needs. I feel like you guys would really do an awesome job of raising a family, or if that's something that you want. Of course, you could have like you could be like raising animals if you don't want children, you know, however that applies for you. And but I feel like people look up to you because they know a lot of people want to have a family. Like for a lot of people, that's where they want to go. And I feel like the people that are looking up to you, the people that follow you, they want this kind of like stability within themselves that you guys have, so that they could actually be good enough to provide for a family. Yeah. And excuse me, sorry. This Ten of Pentacles also talks about abundance, the abundance of like finances and things like that. Like I feel like you guys have worked really hard, and like the thing that people see in you, like where they look up to you, is that you like I said a million times, like, you know, it wasn't anything handed to you. Like you guys worked really hard. You worked on yourself, you worked on your goals, you invested your money you know, accurately. You didn't get thrown off too many times in any kind of severe way, where you were able to maintain a generally balanced life, to get the things that you want out of it. And people look up to you because they want to be able to have that. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, because especially, you know, you're dealing with like criticism from like all kinds of like people and drama all the time. Like it's gonna make anybody feel unstable. And I feel like the people that look up to you, the people that follow you, they look up to you because of, like I said, your ability to know your worth. Okay, so yeah. So your next tarot card, we have the Seven of Swords. So what does this mean? Don't freak out. So the Seven of Swords, it can represent, like, we don't even have to talk about that, okay? Because what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords, I kind of just giggled just now because I got the message. It's more, it's funny because I'm not laughing at you, okay? Don't get mad at me. The Seven of Swords in the astrology community, the tarot community, we all know that we think of this as like someone like is being deceptive and sneaky. Like, no, obviously people don't look up to you for that. What I was getting is that it's more so like you guys have a way of working your way to the top, and almost like people not like let's like, let's say like you went to school with certain people, right, when you were in elementary, and then by the time you are 18, 19, 20, you've already started like your own business, you're already like traveling, I don't know, like doing really well, and people are just like, how the heck did that, like that quiet person, what the heck, you know, it's like, how did they get there kind of thing. Like people don't, like, you have your way of, like I said, working your way to the top without being too seen. Like you don't necessarily, like, you guys are I mean, I guess stealthy is the word in this situation, but yeah, if that makes any sense, because like I feel like you guys, you know what this has to do with, it's kind of like not telling someone your plans, right? Because that's what the Seven of Swords represents. You don't tell someone what you're up to. Like, what are you up to? Nothing, you know, like it's because you have been very cautious throughout your life. You have learned to create a strategy and to really see it through, to focus on, you know, not getting distracted, to not be influenced by anyone else's opinions, thoughts, or whatever, but also to not let anyone know certain things. Like you don't want people to steal your ideas. This is something that you guys are really good at, and this is what people look up to you for. Like I said, like you guys are going to be very abundant. If you are not right now, if you're watching this and you're just like, I'm single, I don't have any money, but this is your potential, because like I said, you guys have this devotion to your inner temple, and this inner temple, which everybody has, which not everybody is connected to, is exactly it's like our soul's compass, right? It basically is our soul's compass. If you were born in this lifetime, all you literally need to do is just stay connected to your inner temple, and no matter matter what you would go through in life, no matter where you were going, like you are not going to have to worry about getting lost. Like you're gonna get there. Like your inner temple, literally your soul is literally gonna guide you to everyone you need to meet, everything you need to do, where you were meant to be, what you were meant to accomplish. Okay, and this is that power that you guys have. So yeah, I feel like people are really impressed and jealous of your ability to move up and to stay on the things that you want for yourself, to go after the things that you want. Okay, so your next tarot card that we have is the Four of Cups. Okay, I'm feeling like, you know, first of all, like I said, you know, it's the message that it's not been easy keeps coming through, because I feel like maybe that's been, for many of you guys watching this palette, like part of your biggest wound is people trying to make you feel like you have it easy, and yet a lot of the time you had to spend alone in your own world, in your own mind, and not really engaging, because you were always trying to stay focused, you know, because the number 4 represents the natural order of things and having a structure in your life, okay, and having a foundation. You guys have had to like stabilize your emotions to not, like, I feel like maybe many of you guys went with like even years without dating, without seeing other people, for some of you, or it can be even months, or however much time you needed to stay focused on something important to you. And I feel like this takes a lot of like bravery, and that's what this Queen of My World talks about. Like, it's like, you know, her being like exactly like literally just on her own, not having anyone, like literally just her. It's her world, nobody except her can be there. And I feel like, you know, it takes a lot of courage to be willing to put yourself in that kind of position, so that you could actually understand what it is that you want in your heart, because that's what this is about. It's your connection to your heart. You guys are very devoted to the heart, and I think that's incredible. I feel like the people that look up to you, they also want to be able to appreciate and you know, appreciate and fulfill their heart's desires the way that you do. And I'm sure that the people that look up to you, the reason that they also look up to you is because like they personally, like the people, they also struggle with depression. Like they struggle with that depression, and you know, staying focused on what they are trying to get out of life. And you guys are the image and example set for this world, the light that is, you know, teaching people how it's okay to put yourself first and to listen to what your heart wants. Because the heart wants what it wants, and it's going to take you to where you were supposed to go. You know, listen to your heart and don't listen to, you know, what the people around you try to say is best for you. What is it that you want? Okay, that's what this is saying. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to both you and your followers like simultaneously, like their energy is kind of in here. But yeah, you guys are a really significant role model, okay? You guys are a really great role model for a lot of people, your family, your friends, your children. Okay, you guys are a great example of being able to have anything in this world that your heart desires. You know, knowing that you are able to grow some crops in the land that you were provided with, but it takes time, it takes nurturing, it takes patience, you know, it takes focus. And I feel like you guys are just incredibly, I want to say, brave and courageous for believing in yourself to the point where you were able to reach this abundance. And like I said, if you have not yet, just know that your hard work is paying off. You guys are on the path to abundance, okay? So the next card that we have, as far as why do people look up to you, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, okay? So yeah, I feel like this is like representing like a time when you were maybe you were an angry person, like you were probably even not necessarily comfortable expressing like your style to the world. Maybe you didn't necessarily show yourself off as like super attractive to the world, because you didn't feel like you had time for that. Like I feel like this Queen of Wands though in the reverse is saying that people think that I'm hearing that you hide this light that you have deep within you. I'm trying to listen to the message that Spirit's giving me right now, because it's like it's like you guys have this, okay, people see you as someone that has this light that you're not showing, in the sense that, like I said, you don't put yourself out there, you don't like post selfies all the time, you're not just like, you know, always openly expressive. And I'm sure that when you are alone with yourself, you know, you put yourself up there on a pedestal, you know that you are a bad bee, you know, and I feel like it's because this is a specific message coming through, so many of you may, or some of you might not resonate with this, but it's a personal topic, so trigger warning, I guess. Those of you that have also experienced, I'm hearing like, you know, sexual abuse, harassment throughout your life. That's the reason why you had learned to kind of hide your energy. But it's not so much that, I feel like you didn't necessarily like throw it away. I feel like it's always been there, burning just as brightly and passionately as ever. But I feel like you have learned to kind of like reserve that for the people that actually genuinely appreciate you. Dang, that's powerful. You guys are super powerful manifestors, okay? Yeah, I just feel like you guys would never let anyone try and be like, oh, you know, of course, regardless of your gender, but I'm especially getting for like the, you know, the more feminine side of your personality. You know, people who are just like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so attractive, like don't, when you, like, why wouldn't you want a relationship with me, or just to have fun, you know, stuff like that. And you know, it's like you really just could care less with that kind of energy, you know, like you could care less. And I feel like that's just something that you have gotten throughout your life, I feel like, for the most of you watching this. And people look up to you because like there's this strength in how you don't need to be told that you're beautiful and amazing, because you know that you are, and you know that you are capable of anything. I just feel like you guys are super strong, very intense. I'm just, you know, like there's a lot of jealous energy around you, and like I said, people trying to make you feel like you take your innocence for granted, or you know, should do other things with your life. But you guys do what you want. You don't let anyone try and tell you that you should go another way. Like I said, some of you guys, like many of you guys, I'm feeling like for the collective of this pile, when you were younger, may have been a little bit more of a pushover, and you have learned to have strong boundaries and to really create a sacred space for yourself, and to, like I said, focus on building your abundance and working hard, without making yourself too obvious to the world, because I just feel like you guys needed that privacy. You needed that time to build yourself up, because you didn't want to draw attention to yourself, because you knew that there were always going to be people trying to ruin what you were trying to create. So it was a very lonely journey, especially like if you feel like you were not at that point yet. Like I said, this is where you were headed, okay? But yeah, it's been very lonely for you to have to go through that. But I feel like it's like you guys care so much about like your goals and your vision, that I'm feeling like those of you that do want a relationship, like for the long term, like someone to settle down with, I absolutely see that happening for you, okay? Like, don't even doubt yourself. Like, you guys are absolutely husband wife material. Like, you are parent material. Like, just, yeah, you would do amazing. And I'm seeing like by the time when that time comes for you, like you're gonna be prepared, unlike a lot of people in this world, you know. So your final tarot card before we get into your advice. Why do people look up to you in this world? We have the Devil card in the reverse. So of course, beautiful that this card is in the reverse, because this is saying that you guys are like, no one can pin you down. Like, no, like, I mean, not pin you down. No one can try to control you. Nobody can try to, people can try to control you. They can try to have power over you. And I'm seeing that many of you guys have gone through that. And I'm seeing for a select few of you guys, you did have a specific connection with someone for like a short time. Excuse me. You know, when you were longing for that connection, and this person tried to take everything from you, and you had to put yourself first and to free yourself from that toxic vibration, and you said, no more, I'm not going to tolerate this energy, this vibration ever again. You know, that's what I'm seeing with this Devil card. I feel like that people look up to you because of your strength, right? They look up to you because of your strength. They look up to you because of the devotion that you have to your soul, your inner temple, and what is important to you, what matters to you. And I'm seeing like you guys don't let anyone take away what you have built for yourself. Okay, so to close off your reading, I'm just going to get a couple of advice cards from Spirit. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? Amazing. Okay, so we have choosing your path. All is possible. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. You guys are very decisive people, and you know how to decide for yourself. And if you like, if those of you watching, some of you guys watching this right now, feeling like you don't know where you're going in your life, literally, like the more you evolve, okay, the more you evolve and connect with this, with your higher self, you will have like this knowing, this stronger confidence, especially because and also connecting like of course with your inner temple, you will always know which path to take. Every pathway is a possible way forward, but what is it that you truly desire is the question, right? You could literally do anything in this world. So yeah, I feel like Spirit is letting you know, especially for some of you guys right now that might be a little bit in a place where you feel a little bit lost, you're still trying to kind of go through the motions and kind of figure things out. Just know that all is possible. There's everything in this world that you could do, anything that your heart desires. So allow yourself to tune into your own inner temple, tune into the portal of your heart, and let your soul guide you, okay? And also, Spirit is asking you to release control. Surrender to the journey. Let things happen, especially when it comes to what you are trying to achieve, where you are trying to go. It's all going to happen in divine timing. Don't allow yourself to stress over how much time it takes, or when you're going to get there, or how you're going to get there. Because you guys literally have the tools. Like you guys literally are able to think of a way. You have that kind of mental clarity and ability to strategize. So it's like sometimes we, like, the thing is, like, when it comes to choosing a path in life, we worry so much more about like what that looks like, how much, like how long it's going to take. The thing is, like, it doesn't matter, because you're supposed to enjoy the journey anyways. What matters is what you're trying to get out of it, right? And so it's like we often stress ourselves out worrying about like, what is it like? Well, I mean, I don't know what I want. You know, I don't know which one I should pick. And literally all it takes is for you to just kind of like take a few deep breaths, go within yourself and ask yourself truly, what is it that you want, and to not judge what comes to mind. Okay, Spirit is asking you to release control, let things happen, and know that as long as you follow your heart, you will always be led in the right direction. Alright, pile number 3, that was a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do hope this did resonate. If so, please feel free to leave me a comment, share with me your thoughts. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye! Hey there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out, why do people look up to you? Alright, so you guys chose this card. It says, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill, okay? So why do people look up to you? Well, pile number 4, for one, I see that you guys are hard workers. I feel like many of you guys spend a lot of time working on yourselves. Maybe this is like working on your diet, working on you know, your mental health. I'm seeing exercise, I'm seeing yoga, I'm seeing meditation, I'm seeing studying. I feel like you guys have really put in a lot of hard work and dedication into just knowing yourself, and just also just bettering yourself, improving yourself, wanting to be better, wanting to have you know, especially like a new beginning after, I'm seeing with this crescent moon, like a new beginning after like an old cycle of your life. I'm seeing like you guys like to leave things in the past. I feel like you guys like to try and move on as quickly as possible, and you're willing to do whatever it takes for you to be able to change something about yourself. You guys are very rational. You're very rational. I feel like you kind of operate especially from a place of like something, it's like, I feel like if you were to say something like something's wrong with me, it's not necessarily you feeling bad about yourself. It's more so like something's wrong with me, I really need to figure out what that is so that I can fix it, and then things will be great again. Kind of like getting a car working again. I feel like you guys think in a way of just trying to improve yourself, not necessarily being really hard on yourself. I mean, I think maybe that's the case at times, but I feel like for the most part you guys are very focused on becoming better, and also yeah, following the kind of right path for you is what I'm hearing. Like I feel like that's like something really important to you, is always doing like the right thing for yourself. And yeah, so people look up to you because you have that kind of a mentality that you're able to want to improve yourself, because a lot of people in this world are too comfortable with where they are at. They cling on to the past, they cling on to old relationships, they cling on to old ways of being and thinking, and make excuses for not just taking the steps to heal themselves or to make the kind of changes that they need to make in their lives. And I feel like you guys kind of get tired of those people, and I feel like you walk away from them. I feel like you often have to change like your friend group, and it can be really exhausting. And I think that's why this is saying like take a break, get off the treadmill. I feel like, especially because like you guys have done so much with like working on yourself. Spirit says like it's totally okay to go take a vacation sometimes, to do something that just makes you feel good. You deserve it. And I just heard like the message, you are going to find your people. Okay, so I feel like you guys really want to be surrounded by other people that care about their image, but like more so like their health, their long-term, you know, state of being. I feel like it's really hard for you to relax around people that are just comfortable with like throwing any foods in their body all the time, like don't even think about it, you know, smoking cigarettes, and like you guys, like you don't judge them, you just feel uncomfortable because you're just like, do you ever think about your future? Do you ever think about where you want to be 10 years from now? You know, like I personally want to still be able to run a mile in 6 minutes, you know, or something like that. And I feel like it exhausts you to be around people like that, like I just described. Okay, so yeah, people look up to you because you have like a very strong mentality. You're very rational, you're very focused on self-improvement. Okay, so now I have this card from the Dark Mirror Oracle. So what I'm going to do with this is just kind of help you understand. So the people that look up to you, basically like what it is that they struggle with, and something that they admire about you because you can relate to them. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So we have this card number 22, I won't cry for you. So this is like a breakup card. This is a card that talks about, you know, leaving the past in the past, especially when you have just dealt with someone that really cut you deep, you know, someone that really broke your heart, someone, you know, something that just did not end well. The thing is, like, a lot of people give people too many chances. A lot of people stay in, you know, toxic relationships because they love that person, because they believe that they'll change, they believe that one day they'll be better, you know. But it's like, the thing is, if that person is not putting in the efforts to work on themselves, then what's the point, you know? It's like, you shouldn't, like, you shouldn't wait for someone who isn't even willing to take the first steps on their own, you know, like to take the initiative to better themselves, to have goals, to, you know, things like that. Because basically what you're doing is that you're giving that person a reason to continue depending on you while they are being undependable. Is that the word? Can I English today? You know, I don't know. I have brain fog, so sometimes I'll say words that make sense, and you might catch me at times saying something that's not even English. But anyways, I feel like you guys are the pile that's able to laugh at like grammatical errors, you know. Like, one of my favorite videos on YouTube is like that one where they're like going to Yahoo Answers to see how like idiotic people are, or what their grammar, ignorant or whatever, like the Ouija board, but people being like, can I play with a Luigi board or something? And it's like, do you, like, is a Luigi board illegal or something, you know? It's like, it's not a Luigi board, it's a Ouija board, and you're an idiot, you know? I just feel like you guys have like that kind of a sense of humor because of how much, like, you've seen so many idiotic people in your life. It's amazing. Like, you guys are amazed by it. It's fine. Sorry, I'm not sick anymore, but I'm still like recovering from the congestion. It's been like almost 2 months, like in about 10 days from now it'll be 2 months since I've been sick. Anyways, I have kind of a weak immune system, but I'm fine. But yeah, I feel like you guys, like, see, like, what just came to mind just now as I said that is, like, you guys deep down, you care a lot about people, you know? And that's part of being a light worker. Like, you guys aren't just, like, critical of people 24/7. Like, you actually care about people's health and their well-being. And the thing is like, you know, as much as you care about people, you can't put your own life on hold because you're waiting for someone else to realize the value of their own life, basically, you know? And it's hard, especially when you do love someone, when you care about them. My cat is over by my feet, but yeah, you know, it's hard. And I feel like the people that look up to you, they look up to you for your wisdom, for knowing this, for knowing that sometimes you do have to walk away and understand how it is you putting yourself first, especially if you are like constantly just taking treatment from people that you don't deserve. You know, you don't deserve to just constantly be the one that is bettering other people. Like, they have to be willing to better themselves. Like, at that point, you just are being their slave, you know? And you guys understand this, and so people are like, they really admire the fact that you're able to walk away with a conscience of not feeling bad about it, because you know that it's not your burden to bear, it's not your responsibility to make someone want to love themselves. Okay? Dang, savage. So your next oracle card, I'm just really I love you guys. Like, your energies are always like just amazing. Ceremony, and it says honor how far you have come. Okay, I feel like, yeah, people look up to you because people can clearly see, especially the people that know you. Excuse me. Especially the people that know you. Like, people have seen you work hard on yourself. I'm saying that maybe some of you guys, when you were like in school, maybe you didn't feel as good about your body. Maybe you felt like you were a little bit overweight. Maybe you felt like you know, like there was something you wanted to change, and you knew that it was going to require you to stop eating a certain way, like eating super late at night. You knew you had to like be committed to like actually putting in the hard work and exercise. You know, be committed to it, understanding your body. I feel like you guys really did all of that work and have transformed yourself to a much more confident version of yourself. So, you know, being like, you personally feeling a lot more satisfied with the results of you know, of yourself. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like people look up to you because of this. Like they can see how much effort you have actually put in to really improve yourself. Like you maybe even had like certain health issues that you got rid of because of how well you decided to take care of yourself and your body. So you guys understand how important that is. And this is also a message from Spirit asking you to honor that about yourself. Like, I feel like even to this day, some of you guys still struggle with feeling like you feel like you could be even better than what you are now. But like, Spirit is saying, like, you guys have actually done so much. Like, you guys are so wise already. Like, and you're probably in your 20s. Like, Spirit is saying, like, just hold on. Like, just calm down. Take a break, okay? Like, I feel like you really need to hear this because it's like, you're amazing, okay? You are genuinely amazing and have come such a long way, and have like really put yourself first. And that's why Spirit does definitely want you to know that like you deserve to have a vacation. Like, go get yours. Like, I was just telling myself this, like, I need to go get myself a massage. Like, I haven't in like years. I need to go get a massage. Like, I'm so stressed, I need a break, like that. Like, Spirit is saying, like, come on, don't go to the gym this Saturday. Like, just go to a salon or a spa or something, like, do some self-care. Yeah, let yourself honor your achievements and how you have transformed yourself this far, but know that like you are still young and you have your whole life to experience all the growth that you need to at that time. You don't always need to find something wrong with yourself to fix, okay? And I think that, like I said, you guys actually have a lot of compassion. I feel like even like many of you could use this knowledge that you have to like teach other people more about how they can actually care for themselves and actually profit off of it. Not saying that you're doing it for the sake of profit, but like I feel like this is part of the way that you can spend your time and to use your light in this world is what I'm hearing, okay? Excuse me. So I'm gonna have a look at your tarot cards now. So why people look up to you, I have the 8 of Pentacles, okay? So basically the overall energy as we have been talking about so far, okay? So like you guys are really hard workers and you guys really stay committed, you stay on it, you like are on schedule. I feel like you guys are also like never late for your appointments. It's just what I heard. I feel like you guys like are really reliable, especially in the workplace where you your profession, your job. You guys are really committed. You're very talented at what you do as well. Number 8 is ruled by Saturn, so you guys represent being that you could become like, if you like, I feel like you guys would get promoted to like boss, manager, supervisor kind of thing, and people really do depend on you. And your followers, like the people that look up to you, they admire your resilience, your efforts, your hard work, your dedication, and like knowing like you are so trustworthy, like you can be counted on for anything. Like if people needed you to get something done, you get it done and you do it really well. You guys are very skilled and just you guys are highly intelligent. Like you're very intelligent. People are drawn to your intelligence. And I feel like even like I'm hearing like some thoughts about like what people think of you. It's like they even think like you're someone like they like you probably, some people genuinely feel like they could not reach you. I feel like people see your intelligence, like your mind, as something that they could only like wish for themselves. I feel like especially because like I said, the people that look up to you, like especially those that are like that struggle to like just have what it takes to leave like a bad relationship, to love themselves enough to walk away from the things that don't serve them. It's partly because they feel like they don't have what it takes to move on without that person, okay? I think, like, as simple as that sounds, you guys know that feeling. I think, like, at some point you felt that way too. Like, you really didn't want to have to move forward without the people or person that you were close to. You really wanted to take them with you, you know, like that kind of attachment. But you had to learn to surrender and to understand that, like, that person was just holding you back. They didn't even want you to move forward. They didn't want you to move up, right? It's like that energy of our enemies that tries to hold us back because they don't want to see us succeed. And a lot of people would rather stay where they are comfortable instead of trying to strive for something better, because they end up feeling like they would never make it anyway. So yeah, people look up to you because you're very resilient, but you're also, you know, very, like I said, you get things done. You're very on top of the things that you know, like you just, you know how to accomplish a lot. You know that everything has a cycle, and that things have to come to an end sometimes, but that it still taught you something, and you can take that as wisdom. You can take that as experience and apply that in your life to you know, achieve greater heights, basically. Oof. The Emperor. Alright, yeah, I was definitely getting that energy. Like, you guys are masterminds. That's what this Emperor represents to me, is the mastermind. Especially as he's holding this chess piece, which is the, oh god, the king? Don't quote me. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the king. But yeah, you guys represent this Emperor, someone that just has, like, you are like the ultimate strategist. Like, I feel like you are definitely a leader, and I feel like I said, I felt like you being more in that promoted energy. You know, maybe like you guys started off as like working for other people, and now I feel like you work for yourself, for many of you, or you were like the manager or boss of some kind of corporation. But also, like, this is where you are headed. You have that potential to really lead people and to guide people, and that's why I was like kind of picking up on some of you guys could start like teaching people, whether that's like through writing books or you know, giving talks or something of some kind, you know. I feel like you guys have something to share with this world in terms of teaching and guiding people to like live a healthier, more stable, structured life. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so then we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So immediately what's coming through my mind right now, why people look up to you, okay, is because you definitely have learned from your own mistakes. Okay, you're not just someone that has always known how to make the best choices for yourself, right? Like I said, maybe at some point you didn't eat the best, you were unhealthy. You know, you've probably made some poor investments. Even like during some of your commitments, maybe you spent that money you weren't supposed to spend, but you really wanted a burger, you know. And now you can't pay your rent or something, you know. I'm sure like you guys have been there, for those of you that can relate to that. But I'm seeing here that, you know, you guys have definitely learned from your mistakes from the past and have learned, like, I feel like when that temptation comes up, I just kind of like saw you in my mind's eye being like, I'm not falling for that one today, you know, not today, Satan. I just feel like that's anyways, you guys have definitely had to work through your own shadows and you know, uproot some things and understand like where it stems from. I'm hearing like for some of you guys, like your parents and their bad behaviors and things like that, or even trauma for some of you guys. Like I feel like you guys have really taken the time to work through. Some of you guys went to therapy, you talked out the things that you were struggling with and came to terms with certain things, and it's like now you know how to go about things without having like, because because I feel like, you know, sometimes, like, especially, like, let's say the Seven of Pentacles was upright, sometimes this sometimes this Emperor has a tendency to be a little bit more greedy, entitled, just because they have this skill and can, like, produce abundance at will if they really wanted to. But I feel like you guys have a much better appreciation for things, like, you know, as far as you know, because you understand the significance of investments, and that it's like, it's not just like all fun and games. It's not just, hey, I love food, so I should be allowed to eat it whenever the heck I want. You had to come to some really tough conclusions and accept that as reality. If you wanted to grow, if you wanted to be healthy, if you wanted to be better, you had to acknowledge the reality of what was good for you and what wasn't. So your next tarot card that I have is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, people look up to you because of this. Like I said, you know, especially having to do with like your mental health. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys have really tried to, you know, you've really taken the time to work through, you know, your habits, your mistakes, and also like your limiting beliefs, your mental health. This Eight of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you guys have really learned to face your demons, and you've learned to, you know, acknowledge like where it comes from and to have compassion for it, because it's like that compassion is the only thing that, like, I don't know why I said only, because like that's what came to my mind. That compassion is like, I feel like it's the only thing, at least while I'm saying this reading, to that compassion allowing you to be able to take off like the ropes on your hands, to free you from feeling like you'll never be able to give up, you know, like your bad habits. You'll never be able to stop eating too much. You'll never be able to stop you know, buying another pack of cigarettes when you know that you don't need it. You'll never be able to reach certain goals for yourself, and you'll always have certain mental illnesses, you know, things like that. I feel like you guys, and once again, as I've been saying in the other piles as well, if you feel like you're watching this and you feel like, well, I mean, I still struggle with this stuff like all the time, and I just don't feel like I'm that great, it's okay. This is where you are headed. This is your potential. You are so capable, okay? You have come so far, and you are human, okay? And that it's okay to take time to give yourself a break and to treat yourself, okay? Give yourself what you deserve, especially, you know, when you have worked so hard. You deserve you definitely deserve a time to rest and to indulge a little bit, to treat yourself, you know. That's good too. And I'm seeing like people definitely look up to the, like, how you have, and also like over time as you evolve, as you connect more with your higher self, how you were able to free yourself from the limiting beliefs through the compassion that you allowed yourself to have for your demons and the things that you know, were limiting you in the first place because of where you came from or what you have been through. You have learned to forgive and to understand and to free yourself, okay? So yeah. So I have two more tarot cards before we get your advice to close this reading. Wow, so you have the High Priestess. Amazing. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely saying that you guys, like I said from the beginning, I feel like you have so much, I feel like you guys really do have a lot of compassion. Like you like the Emperor and the High Priestess together is like one of the best combinations in my opinion, because it's like the Emperor, yeah, sure, it's a major arcana. The Emperor, however, reminds me of Rahu in Vedic astrology, which represents like the North Node, but it represents like having like more worldly desires, being a little bit more materialistic. I want, you know, out of life. Meanwhile, like the High Priestess connects more so with K2 or the South Node, which represents like our spirituality, represents transcendence, okay, through loss as well as transformation. But I feel like, you know, this makes such a great combination, because it's, instead of the Emperor trying to build an empire based on trading like gold and material goods all the time. Instead, this becomes an emperor that is trying to create an empire through the compassion that he has for his people, for his world, his, where he is from. And I feel like, this high priestess is also like the confirmation that you need if you are wondering if you were here to share your knowledge and your wisdom to others about how to get to where you are, as far as how you have had to work on yourself to heal your own limiting beliefs, so that you can so that you could achieve the goals that you have achieved, to be able to get to where you are at this point. Okay, I feel like this high priestess is definitely a confirmation saying that you guys are very intuitive and have had an intuitive calling about how you can help this world through your experience, through your wisdom. Okay, so your last tarot card that we have the Six of Cups. Beautiful. So this is beautiful. I feel like this is just this is telling me like you guys have learned to cherish the memories that you have with people. Especially because I feel like, as we talked about, relationships ending, cycles ending, you guys understand that even like, whether that relationship ends because of a death or because of the end of that relationship for whatever reason, that people come into your life for a time period to teach you something. And it's like, even if you really loved that person, you were close to them, at the end of the day, you take with you the good times, the memories, the things that you learned, the things that you were grateful for, and how it has taught you more about yourself and more about how to love yourself. Showing that compassion. It's really beautiful. Like, I almost want to cry right now, to be honest. Like, I feel like you guys, like I said at the beginning, you guys come off as like super rational, like this emperor, right? But I feel like you guys also have like this side of you, like you guys have this dual nature, where you are super masculine and rational, but you're also super compassionate, and you really care a lot about the long-term future of this world and also humanity. So that's really beautiful. So I love that so much. You guys are such a beautiful soul. I am just really happy to be able to read for you. So to close out this reading, I have a couple of oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler, Spirit's advice to you. Okay, so we have the In the Flow card, and it says everything is smooth sailing. So everything in your life right now is smooth sailing. I feel like you need to hear this, because maybe like you guys have really worked really hard to get to where you are. Many of you guys right now may have like a really stable job. You may really enjoy like the profession that you are doing, and you don't necessarily have like a whole lot of troubles at this time. Spirit wants you to understand that everything is smooth sailing right now, and especially like this is like, because everything is smooth sailing, you don't have to stress yourself about like, oh, what do I have to do tomorrow, what do I have to do next week, am I gonna make it to this meeting? Like, you guys, I feel like Spirit is saying like you guys are coming to a point right now where things are starting to where things are smoothing itself out, or it's going to start if you don't see it yet. Like you're gonna have, like many of you guys are gonna have time for a vacation, especially if you work full-time, for example. I'm seeing a vacation for a lot of you guys. I just kind of had the vision that some of you guys are healers working in the health field, and I feel like you guys have been working really, really, really hard, especially over the last couple years, and Spirit is going to give you time for a vacation very soon, okay? And then, so your last piece of advice for this reading, we have cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. I apologize for my hand tremors, but yeah, so Spirit is saying this is time for you to be cleansed. You guys have done so much of the work. Like, Spirit is cleansing you. I just feel like this is like the time for you guys to finally, I'm kind of getting retirement vibes, to be honest. Almost, not quite, no, that's not, like, not for, I mean, for some of you guys, like, I kind of got that with this, to be honest. Some of you guys are retiring from like, but it feels like more so like retiring from a life of like constantly trying to work on yourself, constantly trying to be better. I feel like this is about you having become like the best version of yourself. Like, you guys are the best, like, you guys are like it, this is where you're headed, to become the best version of yourself. And like, and it's like there's going to become a time where you can just be at ease and to feel like you're not burdened by everything anymore. Like, because I feel like you guys are very empathic, and maybe for like throughout your life you have been, you've taken on a lot of the, you know, burdens of other people. You know, you've had to like, you know, walk away from people even though it was hard. And now Spirit is bringing you to a place of peace, purification, and vibrant life force. All right, pile number 4. That was an amazing reading. I really did enjoy doing this. I do hope it did resonate. If so, please feel free to leave me a comment, share with me your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.